it's kind of acting up, and I'm not trying to get wet. I don't like getting wet. I'm gonna let some people give me a sec to come in here, bro. But I just got some downloads, and you gonna hear some shit. But I just got to get this out, bro, because I'm gonna be busy later on, and it's raining, and I'm like, I don't really care about hiding, bro, because I know that we're in this spiritual phase. We're not in no surface level, Mr. Smith. You know, they want us to be in that phase where people are asleep, but more people are awake than usual. But I'm gonna give it a sec until I see some niggas in his bitch. Cause I'm like, I gotta get this shit out. I gotta get this shit out real quick. I gotta get this out, but I'm like, yo, bro. I'm like, yo, women, y'all gotta work together, bro. I'm talking about you women, y'all gotta work together. I'm telling you, man, they women, you gotta stop. I don't care if you're black, I don't care if you're Mexican. Y'all all gotta figure out how to work together because they Western women have been programmed to be jealous, spiteful, and competitive for a reason to disrupt the divine matriarchy. Women always work together. Women always worked together back in the day. Women used to run shit, but they this has been a plan to disrupt women coming together. This is beyond time. It feels like they've been trying to disrupt the natural order of things since this all started. So women have to work together because we're coming up. We're in the times right now that women are going to have, there's going to be like 8 women on one person or 2 women on one man because there's not a lot of good dudes out here, bro. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of good dudes out here. A lot of men are pieces of shit. And I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Women, you're going to be huddled on multiple men. I'm just letting you know. I'm not telling you because we're freaks. I'm not telling you because we want multiple women. No, there's not a lot of good men out here. And these women got kids and this, that, and the third. We can't just leave a good woman by herself in a fucked up world like this. In a fucked up, no, no, no. That's what they want. So I'm just letting you know, women, you might have you might have a couple sister wives to your one husband just because there's not a lot of good men out here. Dude, the men out here is trash. I'm not even going to front. A lot of men are gay. No disrespect to gay people, but we can't have a lot of gay people out here when like women need somebody. Like they're gonna have their mates because the great mother knows their heart. But let's just keep it a stack. We need some straight men out here too. The gay people, they got their lovers, but we can't forget about the heterosexual people. The one that, because that's going to help us keep circulation of new celestial beings, new primordial beings. You know what I'm saying? On this realm, we can't act like we got to forget about opposite sex. No, no, no. We got to integrate that. We need that in there because it's going to be a point in time, bro. We're going to need to keep bringing in, you know what I'm saying, individuals from different star systems. So yeah, whether they like it or not, they're not gonna like it, but it's the truth. And there's a reason why they've been trying to make us confused and make us gay, because it's gonna be harder for us to come out of alignment, to come in alignment. I have no problem with gay people, but there's a reason why you there's a reason why behind there's like a certain amount of more gay stuff being pushed out. And I love gay people, bro. My I'll have a best friend that's gay. I don't have a problem, but it's just forced. It's forced out here, man. Because they're trying to disrupt the natural order of things. It's okay if you're an androgynous being and you're gay. There's nothing wrong with that. because you're actually following your heart. But it's an issue if you've been traumatized intentionally and you still acting out these gay acts, whether you're male or female. That's that trauma that did that to you. There's some people that's supposed to be gay. I'm like, dude, you're supposed to be gay, bro. No disrespect, but that's who you are. But there's some people out here, bro, that fucked up throughout all the trauma, and they made that is put out there because it's a form of weapon to suppress your true divinity. So you gotta be careful. We just gotta be real, bro. This is for entertainment purposes only, though. But I'm telling you, bro, there's a lot of that shit going on. You know what I mean? There's a reason, though. There's a reason for it, though. It's not because the more open, no, it's because they know it's about that time where things finna change and they're trying to confuse the most people from the truth and what we have to do to sustain the new earth and to be in the new earth. We can't keep going in this confusion and division and treachery and war for no reason to this new earth. That stuff has to get extinct. And all this confusion and us saying that we're not our natural selves sometimes, that is not it. When you're on drugs in this being, you can look, it's different, but it's in you. You ain't gotta go do glamour magic to become that person. That's the trick, bro. You're going against that what the great mother gave you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, and that's how they can disrupt your spirit when you do that, because you're basically confused. You got to think the devil is the king of disillusion and confusion. You know, disillusion meaning like, bro, you out of there. Disillusion, you out of there. And confusion, they all about confusing motherfuckers. So that's out here, man. And I ain't got no problem with the people that are truly, it's in them. They never been touched, and they healed from it. That's what they do. That's what you do. But a lot of that is from confusion. It's a form of a weapon, you know. But like I said, there's gonna be a lot of women on one man, because there's not a lot of good dudes out here, man. And I'm like, yo, woman, you gotta work together. It's coming up. It's coming up. We got only but a few years. We don't have a lot of time, bro. I'm telling you, man. We think we got a whole bunch of time. We don't. We don't have a lot of time, bro. Things are accelerating fast. We got. We have like four huge solar. We have four huge solar events happening that have nothing. Like we had one kind of a big one, but it's nothing compared to what's coming. Those four back-to-back X flares, that ain't nothing to compare what's coming. That's nothing. That's nothing. I'm telling you, that ain't nothing to what's to come now. And the right now energy, just fasten your seatbelt because it's just gonna start moving to where we gotta be more connected. The ones that are connected, you gotta be more connected. For the ones that aren't connected, dude, they're gonna if they don't wake up on their own, and you're not supposed to force them. If you try to force it on them, you're gonna go down with them. You kind of just gotta let the words being split right now. It's the spiritual ones, and then the fake ones, and the people that are asleep that are stubborn. The people that are got good hearts that are asleep, you ain't gotta worry about them. They always are gonna be looked after. Big Mama not gonna let them astray. But it's the ones that don't even have a good heart. You know, those ones are gonna be the ones that probably get purified out of here. Those people are going to get purified out of here. But another thing, like I said, there's going to be more women. But they talk about this in the prophecy. There's not going to be a lot of men on the planet. Not going to be a lot of men on the planet, bro. Because a lot of men are cloned. I mean, they could kind of clone women, but you really can't replicate her womb like that. But they can clone a man. They see, like they can't really clone a black woman. They think they can, but they really can't. Because the black woman, it hit different. They can say what they want. There's books out here that talk about the black woman. You know what I mean? So we can act like there's nothing about the black woman, there's that and the third, but there's books talking about how powerful they are. So take that for what it is. But they really can't clone black women. Some of our black women they can't clone. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, there's gonna be more. It's like it's not gonna be polygamy how you think it, but it's gonna be this is how it's gotta go. Confirmation with the notification popping up. This is how it's gonna go because not a lot of men out here, and women can't be jealous because your nigga got a couple, couple wives. It's not because he wants to. No, great mother is setting it up. Can't leave a good woman out here by herself. I don't. You can't. That's kind of dirty. You know what I mean? That's just how what I'm picking up. That's what's going on right now. It's not a lot of men out here that's on their shit. There's a lot of women that are spiritual. There's a lot of women that don't even talk about what they know. There's more women that know things that don't say shit. And there's a lot of niggas that don't know shit. Bro, I'll be walking. Bro, it's not a lot of niggas out here on something right now, bro. I'm just keeping it a stat. These niggas out here, you know what I mean? So this is just how the cookie crumbles. It's just how the cookie crumbles right now, bro. And another thing, these celestial, cosmic, primal forces coming from the cosmos, this energy is changing our facial features. I've noticed I ain't the same person. If you look at me, dude, I don't look the same, bro. I mean, I look more better. I'm not gonna lie, I look good, but I don't look the same. You can tell. You can go on my older videos, bro. Like you can tell I look different, bro. I look good. I always look good, right? But can't you tell something different about me, man? Like it's changing us, bro. Like it's changing us, bro. And the ancient ones, like I'm one of the ancient primal infernal beings, right? So I have an archetype that has been forgotten on this planet, but it's still in me. So since I'm awakened and I merged, I'm going to be becoming more of my primordial self. If that means we got horns on our head, I'm going to have horns. If that means we got a dragon wings, we're going to have our dragon wings. If that means we got claws, we're going to have claws. I'm telling you, we're going back to the ancient ways of doing things because we're not human. Some of us aren't human. So these cosmic forces are bringing out your DNA. It's activating that DNA that's been dormant. And there's angels out here. There's celestial angels out here that, they literally look like a fucking angel. There's people that look like monsters, people that look like demons, not no devil, not no evil thing, but motherfucker with horns and shit. Look, you know what I'm saying? That shit's real. And some of us are that. And all this cosmic energy is bringing that out more of us. And the animals are changing. The dinosaurs are coming back. We're not going to get a whole bunch of dinosaurs, but the dinosaurs are coming back. I think the bird dinosaurs are coming back, because the birds are in evolution. So we're going to see a new type of bird coming out. You know, we might see a new hawk, a new eagle, since those are the more ancient ones, and then the sparrows. Some of those birds aren't going to be the same because like everything is evolving to its true state. And our true state is that cosmic, that primordial, that celestial energy. This is just trickster energy. We're just here because we're not here to do the same thing like everybody else, bro. That's why they say the gods are returning. That's that remembering of who you are for some people. And sometimes it could be literal. But sometimes it could just be awakening to who you truly was, and then next you're activating. So that's what I'm picking up. We're changing. We're changing. And I can't say the three-eye atlas. I can't talk about it since the government talks about it. But there is something out there that's going on right now that's bringing in a lot of change. But I can't say it's the good what they're talking about, because what they're talking about, you take it for a grain of salt, because the government will never tell you the truth. They'll give you a half truth and a whole bunch of lies. So you really can't trust the government. Anything they say right now, talking about the three-eye atlas, I wouldn't buy into it, bro, because these people be lying to us. I wouldn't buy into none of the shit they're talking about. You know how the government is. You know how the government is, right? But yeah, animals changing. The Titans are coming back. Like there's niggas that got horns on their fucking head and shit. Like, it's coming back to the ancient shit because we're going back to the natural rotation of the earth. We're bringing back more primal forces. We've been pulling in forces going clockwise. Just think when the earth rotation field flips back to its natural rotation, we're going to be getting all type of energies, and that's what it's flipping. The pole shift is bringing that. That's what the pole shift is bringing, bro. It's bringing us to our natural rotation. But we have wicked people here that we got to take down to get the natural order of things back. So you're going to see a lot of destruction. A lot of wicked people are getting destroyed. Like that's why we're turning into monsters. Because the 7 days of darkness, it might be more than 7 days, bro. But we need that monster form to take on what's to come. Like some of us are becoming who we're meant to be just so we can protect the innocent. Cause I'm not gonna lie, not every monster is gonna be on our team. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Because you got to think. There's always something trying to mimic the divine, whether it's the light part of the divine or the dark part of the divine. So you just know this how they replicate us into cloning us. So you already know there's going to be some type of monster that isn't connected to divinity that's going to be out here. So you just gotta, it's not going to be too much for you, but you just know that it's going to be out here. Your monstrous form ain't got that other one ain't got shit on you. But it takes for you to be awakened. It takes for you to go through the mud and keep ascending. But that's the hard part, getting to that point. The hard part not fighting the monster. The hard part is getting to that vibration that transforms into that being to fight the monsters. You know what I mean? It takes a lot to be awakened, bro. It takes a lot to be where I'm at. They can say this, that, and the third, but a lot of people didn't make it. Dude, a lot of people don't make it. They can say this, that, and the third, but it ain't easy to rise every day and keep ascending and keep going when everything's falling on the wayside. You know, it's not easy. So that's the hard part. That's the hard part. Keep going with the ebbs and flows of the cosmos, not making sure you're backtracking. That's the hard part. That's the hard part. This, yeah, this is the hard part. This ain't easy. I don't care what nobody say. That's why not a lot of people doing it. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy. So if you're ascending, you're evolving, good job. Great job. Because this shit is not easy, you know? But we're in that time now, bro. This shit's finna change, bro. Can't you tell? Like, I don't know if people can tell, bro, but this shit's finna change. This shit's finna change soon, bro. That's why I'm like, yo, man, women, y'all gotta start working together. Y'all gotta start working together because it's like, yo, we need the matriarchy to remember themselves. We need the women to remember. That's what we need. We need the women to remember how this shit used to run back in the day. Because they're trying to take that shit out of them, bro. They're trying to make us go against each other and shit. That's the wrong time to be on with certain people. Maybe the enemy, maybe the wicked people. We don't want to work with wicked people trying to go after us, but the good people with the good hearts. No, we want to work with them. We don't want to act like there's not good people out here that's opposite from what we look like. No, 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 no. We gotta stop doing that. That's why our planet like this. Divide and conquer. Too many people from the same tribe that don't look the same going against each other. That's why we're at this point now. So we got to stop doing that. I love all my people, whether you're white, red, blue, Mexican. As long as you're a good person, bro, I don't have a problem. But if you're wicked, I have a problem with you. If you are a soulless being, I have a problem with you. If you're trying to corrupt our people, I have a problem with you. But other than that, you good with me. You feel me? But it's whenever you start being imbalanced and acting it out on other people without no care in the world is when you have a problem with me, you know. But other than that, I'm all good with everybody, straight up. Ain't really got a problem with nobody. You feel me? But I'm telling you, man, this shit's finna change, man. I feel it, bro. I feel it, bro. That's why you better start preparing, man. You better start preparing. You better start preparing because this shit's finna go down, bro. This shit's finna go down, bro. It's finna go down, bro. That's why they're trying to keep putting these Christmas, Halloween, they keep putting these holidays out like 2 months early. So let's just say it's October, right? We're already seeing Christmas stuff. It's October 15th, and we're already seeing Thanksgiving. All right, like come on, dude. Like they've been doing that. We'll be in July. We're already seeing Halloween stuff. Like they're trying to put it on your mind to keep this reality going, but we're not on that type of time no more. A lot of these holidays are not going to be there. Maybe Halloween and then Valentine's Day because that's love. Other than that, all these holidays are going bye bye. The only holidays that are staying is the ancient ones and the ones rooted with love. The ones rooted with love is Valentine's Day, and the ancients always practice Halloween, Day of the Dead type of stuff. That's the only ones that's going to be around in this new earth. We're not going to be celebrating Christmas, like that. We're not going to be celebrating that because that's consumerism. Maybe the family cooking, but not. We're not for this new earth. Consumerism is not going to be the fuel to run a society. It's not. It's not. That's what they made because they can run it doing that way. We're not going to run a system of commodity like they do. We may have the system backed by commodity because we have to have a system enforced by a strong foundation, but we're not going to make it everybody's God, money everybody's God. You know what I mean? That's how they did it. That's how they were able to control it. But we're not going to do it that way. We're not going to do it that way. But I'm telling you, man, we're changing back to our ancient selves. So some of us are not even what we look like. Like some of us got pure black skin, some of us got pure red skin, some of us got pure white skin, some of us got pure gray skin, pure blue skin. This is not what this is not the final product. This is not the final product. You know, a lot of us got forms. A lot of us got forms, man. I'm not going to speak on that too much. But a lot of us got forms, just like Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. It's the same shit with us, but we got different forms, man. You know, yeah. But I'm just letting you know, shit's finna change, man. And we just gotta start working together more. Even the men, we gotta work together, bro, because we have an enemy actively trying to take us out. We got an enemy actively trying to take us out, so we gotta work together. There's gonna be a point in time where we only got ourselves, so we gotta work together, whether they like it or not. We gotta work together, bro. Cause this shit's gonna go down. It's going down quicker than what we think. We don't have till 20. What do they keep saying? 2030. You ain't got to then, bro. You gotta prep now, bro. You gotta get ready now, bro. Like you gotta think like, how can I protect myself away from wicked people? And you have to set that up because they're gonna be around when everything hits the fan. They're gonna be running like a chicken with their head cut off. So you have to prepare yourself for that. How can you prepare yourself to not be around no crazy person when everything hits the fan? You have to prepare for stuff like that because they're preparing. They're preparing to try to get you trapped. They're preparing to make a manufactured event to where they give you help, and then that help is actually imprisonment. They're trying to figure out what they're doing. No, you need to figure out what you're doing without their help. You don't need help from the government in the end times. You don't. You got to rely on yourself and the divine. You don't need help from the government in the end times. You don't. That's the trap. That's how they get you. They've been. If we never took help from the government, I bet you a lot of our people would have never died in the projects. Our people would have never been watched, stopped. harassed. If those women, if women just in general, especially in the black families, if women never took assistance from the government, their men probably would have never went to jail. Confirmation with somebody coughing in the back. They're, you know what I mean? They probably would have never been watched like that. It's whenever you take help from the devil think they can do anything to you. It's whenever you get a handout from the devil. That's what the devil thinks. So don't get no help from the government right now. Fuck the government. I love the government, the good people, but the bad people. You know, the bad people in the government don't get help. The ones that got the link, the ones that give you the link and the assistance. There's people behind there that think they can do anything to you because you're getting that. So even I don't even have none of that, and they still think they can do whatever they want. So to say, don't even get nothing from these people because you're giving them power by getting help from them. Fuck these people, bro. And I respect the government. I respect the ones in it that are upright, but I don't respect the ones that are wicked, that's trying to kill everybody, that have melanin, you know, that's working with the motherfucking reptilians that eat people. I don't fuck with that government. You know, I fuck with the primal feds, the good judges, the good cops. You know, I don't fuck with the wicked people that makes rules, that take advantage of people. I don't fuck with that. There's two governments. People that trying to just enforce law. There's people that trying to take advantage of what they put up for law. So got two sides. But yeah, but there's definitely a shift coming. You just gotta prep yourself, man. If you're not prepping yourself, you must already be done. You ain't got a lot of time left. You probably got 2 years to get ready, and then it's just gonna hit the fan. It's not gonna be till 2030. It's gonna it's gonna be a little sooner than that. So you just gotta get your shit together. If you don't get your shit together, and you start getting help from the government, and when shit hits the fan, and they got these facilities out where you can stay, and then you get trapped, you can't really feel bad for yourself because it's like, come on, man. You knew that you can't trust the government with those things. You knew that. So don't when the time comes and when they offer something to you, you don't take it because that's a trap. It's a trap. But that's about it though. I just had to drop this video real quick. This so I ain't gotta come on a little later and shit. I dropped it early. But I'm telling you, man, shit's finna change, bro. Whether you wanted to or not. Are you prepared? Are you ready? Because this shit's finna change. We just gotta start working together more. Straight up. But that's about it, man. That's your boy. I'm out. Peace. Because if you want to hit that cash donation, my cash app is EG Fisker One. EJJIFISKER1. Yeah, but I'm out.